Today we are painting this beautiful bird of paradise that I've painted before. We are mixing our colors in this color theory class. So we are making a version of Perylene Green out of PG7, which is Phthalo Green, and Payne's Gray. We are making Cobalt Blue out of Ultramarine Blue and Phthalo Blue, so we've got a pretty close match there. We're making our oranges out of Lemon Yellow and Quinacridone Rose to get a cool orange, and New Gamboge and Pyro Red to get a warm orange. And there's several other colors in here. But so far what I've done is I've laid in the yellows everywhere that, here's what we're painting from. Everywhere that I see a bright yellow, I've laid it in as an underpainting. So that's the first thing we're going to do. The next thing, I laid in the greens. As you can see here, this is just a road map to show me where we're going. I've laid in the underpainting. This is all the underpainting. This is the cobalt blue mixture. This is a little bit of a mixture of the violet that I made using Quinacridone Rose and the cobalt blue mixture. As you can see on my palette right here, I've made a slightly warmer version of that. I've made a slightly cooler, bluer version of the violet for down here. We're leaving this a white background just for simplicity's sake. This is the painting that I did some time ago that we are mimicking. So as you can see, it has all these different colors in it. So that's where we are at this point. And I'm just going to start building these colors a little bit here. Okay, these are my red mixtures, actually my orange. I have a warm orange that I've mixed with a combination of Quinacridone Magenta, Pyro Red, and New Gamboge. I also have a cooler orange that I have mixed, well, you can't see it too much here, but that I mixed with the Lemon Yellow and the Quinacridone Rose. So we'll put some of that up here. So that's the Lemon Yellow. Here's the Quin Rose. That gives us a much cooler yellow. And I'm just laying those in. I've pretty much laid it in. I'm just building the layers now. So we're just building the layers, making them a little brighter. am painting on Stonehenge 100% cotton paper, but it is not watercolor paper. So it's kind of mimics a hot press paper. So I've never painted on this before, so this is going to give a more illustrative look to my painting than yours. That's the new gamboge right there. I'm just going in and hitting some of these yellow places that I see. Very yellow up here. Just blending it all together. It all does this, mimics this. And if I get too much, I'll just blot it off. Put a little more of that petal in there. Just giving it some liveliness. This is very gambogy and orange down here. Comes to a point. Then there's an edge right there. That pretty much stops right there. We'll just soften that with clean water. Give that a little texture right there. This is going to be more of a lemon yellow here, just because that's going to help it look more realistic. That's a bit heavy, but we might be able to scrub that out. Okay. There's the tiniest bit of highlight right here. If you just hit that with the straight yellow, there's a very light edge right here. Some of these in the background have a lot of yellow in them. And I'm just jumping around here. Be sure you've got a really pointy brush to get in all these details. That's what it takes. It does a little bit of a curve around there. Okay. My drawing is not exactly the same as the actual photograph, so that's okay. I'm just picking out the warmest oranges, the cooler and the warmer oranges. Okay, that needs to be redder. And you know, we know that we always mix from a mother puddle. We just alternate around the puddle. I'm trying not to talk too much because I don't currently have a voice, so but I do need to get this video done, so we will make it work. leaving a little bit of an edge right there. Okay. I'm going to soften that a bit. It's a little too harsh. Clear water. So far, so good. Okay, let's leave the oranges for a moment. Well, let's catch that edge right there. Needs to be darker. This paper is not very absorbent, so I'm not going to be able to do as many layers as I would normally do. You guys can do as many layers as you want, of course, painting on watercolor paper. Just giving some texture there. There are striations in these leaves, in these petals. All right, I think we'll leave the oranges for a moment. We'll move back into the greens for a little bit. Let's darken some of these greens. This was our perylene green mixture. Just going over the whole leaf. There is a vein in here that's lighter, so we'll just paint around that. Stem is dark on the bottom. This stem is totally dark here. There's some dark green in here. This is very dark over here, so we would put some Payne's Gray in that mixture just to get this really dark. I'm going ahead and laying in this detail, and then we'll go back and soften that with another wash in a little bit. Let's get this really dark one up here. Again, more Payne's Gray. Really dark leaf. Okay. This leaf over here is dark, and it then even has even darker markings in it. We have a different green over here. Very soft blue green here. Here as well. So we just work our way around the painting, changing the values. This one is darker back here. This has dark lines in it. If you do a light and you press down, then you come light again, you can mimic that, the shapes you're kind of seeing there. It's all going to be greener here until it hits the light right here. The light's hitting it. So we'll just do clean water there. Just soften that edge a little bit.